So it's again me, and thus I have no other options. I needed to create the second video so that to finish the last part of my video and to explain how does my code finally executed. So here you know that when the player 1 score going to be equal to 10, now I need also to mention what will happen with the player 2 scores. So it's just the same player 1 scores. I mean, there is nothing new. There is all the similar way that it's function, but we need to mention that here it's evident that I have content clear rect. I mean, we need to clear up everything we had so that to have a possibility to draw a new image. And here we can mention that for the P2 score we have here 100, and for P1 score we have 400. So it's the same for the picture one. I mean, it's the same for the P2 score equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, and there is nothing new. And also mention that I haven't wrote the context draw image dash. I mean the dash that is between two scores in a function because I don't need to repeat it because it's static. It's the same for all my code. So here we are in a little bit different part. This is a difficult part for me. So here we have a concept update, a function. Now we need to say the case when the ball hits the first player from the top. In order to understand a draw circle and a rectangle on the paper, we need to draw it. So I have drawn it, and now I'm going to show it. So look, what if the ball will hit the rectangle? Look, it's the ball and it hits. And we need to understand that the last condition asserts that the balls come from the top to the bottom. And look here, it shows that the ball just comes from the very upper side from my canvas to the to the bottom. I mean to the lowest part, so that to hit a ball. And when it comes, it hits and it goes back. I mean, it doesn't change. We just see that ball delta is equal to the minus ball dot delta, y delta. It means that it doesn't change its x, it just changes the y. So it's evident because when it hits not the corner of my rectangle, but just some point on the rectangle, I mean some point that is from right or from left, side from the I mean, look, we have for my rectangle p1.x, it's the x-axis from my rectangle, and when I have p1.x plus p1.width, it means that the ball p1.x plus p1.width, it means that the ball hits somewhere to the rectangle, not the corners of it, just somewhere on the rectangle. So else if I have a possible, and you can also ask me here, the case when the ball hits the first player from the corner from the left. So you understand when it hits from the left, the ball needs to come from that side, and from the right, it needs to come from this side. And the part where x delta is very important because it indicates where the whether the ball comes from the left or from the right. So here it shows that it comes from the left. And also the last condition is important because it's the way we can't avoid a double or multiple change of direction in case when an awkward move is made. Sorry for my bad English, but I just wanted to use awkward word because Mr. Mission in general likes it. So first condition is just the distance between the corner of the circle, which I counted with the use of matplotlib. It's an Euclidean distance, if you know what I mean. Look, for example, if here I have when the ball hits the corner, I need to count the Euclidean distance. In Armenian, it's Euclidean heravorություն, and we need to count it in the power of 2 because it's evident. It's hard to explain in English, but in Armenian it will be արմատիտանք երբ որ գնում ես, x-ից x-ն ես հանում, y-ից y-ը բարձրացնում քառակուսների հետո դուրս ես բերում, այդ ամեն ինչը նույնն է, ինչ որ mat.փով արած է. Sorry for my Armenian subtitles and for my Armenian representation. I just wanted to do it so that I will have a possibility to explain myself better. So here I need to mention that when it comes from the left and hits the corner, it goes back with the same direction. I mean, it just changed. Look, when the ball comes, hits, it change and it goes like this. Come, hit, and go away. But when it comes from the left, it hits the left side and go back. So that's why I needed to have a ball dot delta equal to ball dot delta. I mean minus ball dot theta, and the same goes for the x-axis. The same logic is going for the second player. I mean nothing's going to be changed whether I hit from the to the rectangle that is on the upper side or on the lower side. And mention that here in the code I also wrote some case that the ball has no possibility to hit the rectangle from downside. I mean if I have a rectangle like it's here, ball can't just be created under somewhere on my canvas and come hit my rectangle from its lower side. I mean if I have a player 2 and player 1, and for example player 1 is statically needed to be here, I can't just have a ball comes hit it from its back, and it's evident and it's logic. So where I was, it was the same things for same logic for the second player. And I also mentioned here that when the ball comes hit goes, it changed. I mean when it comes hit goes, and it's the same thing that I have told you for the first player. And also let me mention collision with the slide walls. So my canvas is limited and I don't want my ball to be outside of my canvas. So that's why I say ball.x is equal to ball x plus ball x delta. I mean it can make a change while it's under my canvas. And y can be changed while it's on my canvas. It can go out of my canvas. I mean from these borders. So it's also important to mention, it's important to mention that if my y delta, we need to understand that here we have a player. The condition when something wins. If ball if ball y minus ball r, if the radius of the ball is greater than b plus 10, I mean it's out of my canvas height, it means that I am a winner. So if it's out of minus ball r, ball y minus ball r is here, it means that the player 2 wins. And else if when my ball data plus ball r is less than or equal minus 10, it means that the winner is first player. If winner is equal to 2, if the winner is the second player, we need to start again, but this time we need to mention that ball belongs to him. So, and also when the player is evident, we need to have something changed on my right side, I mean the side where the scores are indicated. So it means that p scored 2 plus plus, it means you need to add 1. So there will be cleared the last point that it came, for example 1, and it will be placed with 2. So there is the same thing that I already mentioned. And also, as we have a two-player game, we need to have not only the two. Here we have, for example, look. I wanted to say that we need to have AD used. It's the 65 and 68, and also we need to have a left, right, left and bottoms to use, so that to have a possibility to play the game with two-player game. So this is an information I got from my internet. So here we need to know that we need to make a movement. Movement of second player is A for the left and D for the right. And the same logic goes for the first player. When you go to the left arrow and the right arrow, left arrow bring you back and the right arrow bring you that side. So here we wrote a code which is equal to the changes that we made in a canvas, like doing the changes with doing some movements. For example, p2x is equal to p2x minus 20. P2x is equal to p2x plus 20. It means the changes that we need to know, and it's evident there is nothing to explain. I mean, nothing hard to understand. So here we needed to create a loop so that our game will be executed and played. First of all, we need to understand game data is paused is equal to false. If the game is not paused, it should go on. So it means we need to play and play and play. Game will be ended when we have a winner. So it will alert us the winner. So here we want to draw, update, and draw score. Draw, update the game, and draw the score. If the winner is not equal to none, we remember that first of all we said that there is no winner. Game is paused. Set time function, it means that game data is paused is equal to 2. I mean, when the ball passed uh, out of the canvas from the upper or down side, we need to wait for 1.5 minute second. I mean, 1,500 milliseconds for the game, so that to start the game, and there will be like a game in a non-position, so that to play and have a time on one side. So winner is equal to none and game is no winner again. So if P2 score is equal to 10, we will have an alert which will say the whole game needs to start again. Sorry. If we have P1 equal to 10, alert player 1 has won. I mean, player 1 is the winner. And we will start the game again, having the P1 score equal to 0 and P2 score equal to 0. And else if we have P2 score equal to 10, alert player 2 has won, P2 and P1 will have the same zeros. So here we need to create an animation frame loop, and that's why it's an animation that we create, and we create just a loop so that it will execute normally. The information I want to talk about and to share with you about, when you're creating a game, just pay attention to X delta and pay attention about the speed with which you are playing, because it's really important. In my case, I have some troubles with understanding the speed with which I'm wanting to create my game, and also mention that the I'm just giving you some hints, some additional explanation that helped me to create this game. Pay attention that when you create a rectangle, it's not a page, it's a rectangle, and there is a possibility that the ball can hit me from left, from right side. I mentioned that if the speed of a ball will be too high, it can hit also the rectangle from the downside. So all these hints will be useful for you, maybe, I don't know. It's the last video from me in 2017, and I'm really happy to be the part of this course, and I want to thank everyone who is watching, who is encouraging us to do such craziest videos. And all I want to say that maybe soon it's Christmas and New Year. I want to wish everybody Happy New Year and Merry Christmas. And never be afraid of making mistakes, because coding is just all about making mistakes. And just as Mr. Mishan and our TAs used to say, you just um, spend more time coding. Don't be afraid of making mistakes, because everybody needs to pass this pattern so that to be one of the greatest programmers ever. I'm not considering myself as a programmer, because maybe I will never even be. But this basic knowledge it used to be very important for me. Thank you for watching. Wish you nice holidays, and I hope everybody will pass this exam. And also, it's important to mention that I wish everybody to have successfully executed final exams. Good luck, guys, folks.